right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. I am Riley with the T Storm Chasers, and we're going to take a look at your forecast. But before we do, here is a brief word from our sponsors at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And don't forget, they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Happy Monday out there. We are back here to bring you guys the latest for another weather video. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Take a look firstly at your temperature map, and as you can see, it is pretty chilly across most of the country. I mean, the only exceptions would be the far southern regions of the country. Taking a look in our area, we are dealing with some really cold, chilly weather. We got 19 degrees right now in Sioux Falls. That is about the high for the day. We might reach 20 today. I think we'll get to 20. But that is about 20 degrees below average for this time of the year. You know, we should be around 40, not 20. 16 in Watertown, 12 in Aberdeen, 19 in Pierre. You look out west, and it is slightly warmer out there, I will say. Where we don't have the snowpack, it is 39 in Rapid City, 34 in Spearfish, and 32 out in Phillip. Yeah, hard to believe that western South Dakota doesn't have much snow out there. Down into Nebraska, same story for western Nebraska, not seeing a whole lot of snow out here. 34 in North Platte, 30 in Valentine. And then you go out in the eastern Nebraska, and it gets significantly colder. You know, you got 21 in Grand Island, 21 in Norfolk, 23 in Omaha, and then you go into Iowa, and it's playing cold. Teens to low 20s. We got 21 in Carroll, we got 21 in Des Moines, 19 in Ames, 16 in Mason City, and 18 in Spencer. And then up into Minnesota, 19 in Minneapolis, 16 in St. Cloud, 19 in Marshall. We got 16 in Albert Lee, 18 in Mankato. It is plain cold out there. But we are going to be seeing even colder weather arriving by midweek. We'll get to that story, and we'll take a look at everything else in your forecast. We'll look ahead and see what kind of systems will be heading our way. But first, let's hear a brief word now from our sponsors at CE Construction.
From roofing to siding, CE Construction is setting the standard across North and South Dakota. Our expert team delivers quality, durability, and trust on every project. CE Construction, Dakotans helping Dakotans with their roofing and siding needs. Call or visit us online.
All right, so real quick, I wanted to show you guys the radar real quick across the country, and as you can see, we don't have a whole lot going on here. I mean, we got a few light snow showers that remain out near Kansas City, far southeastern Iowa, near Davenport, over into Illinois. But pretty quiet for our region overall. Again, it's mostly to our south here, down way south into Dixie Alley. Okay, so as we play out this European model run here for you, take a look at your future radar. And as you can see, pretty quiet overall the rest of the day. Not seeing anything. Now, once we get towards tomorrow, I will say there could be a few spotty snow showers out west here, western South Dakota. Very spotty in nature, very small opportunity window here. But it could be an opportunity to see a few snowflakes out west. So I did want to mention that. And that lingers into Wednesday a little bit, as you can see there. By Wednesday morning, there could be some snow showers in southwestern South Dakota, Rapid City, maybe down towards Pine Ridge. And also there could be a few stray snow showers in southeastern Iowa. For the rest of us, we are quiet and not seeing anything. And then by the rest of Wednesday into Thursday, we got that high pressure system over us, as you can see there. The high pressure is over our area, and as a result, we will be dry. Now Thursday, same thing. We could see a few snow showers up in northern Minnesota, but that would be about it. And then we watch Friday. As we head into your Friday, we could start to see some chances for light snow starting out west here, as you can see there by Friday morning. And then there could be a few spotty snowflakes, maybe eastern South Dakota. As you can see there, across our entire region, just some very sporadic, spotty snow showers could be possible there by Friday. So it's something to keep an eye on. And then once we get towards Saturday, we watch a little bit more of a organized system coming through on Saturday, starting out west into Montana, and then working its way east into North Dakota, the Dakotas, and then through your day on Saturday, as you can see there, Sioux Falls gets in on some of this stuff. It looks like there's growing confidence that we could see a possible snow system coming through our region on Saturday, something we will keep a very close eye on, of course. And then by Sunday, things clear out again. We get that high pressure over us again, so we are looking dry. Then on Monday, this is a week out from today, there could be a clipper system from the north, from Canada and North Dakota on Monday that heads southeast and moves into Minnesota, and into Iowa. So that is something else we'll be keeping an eye on. Basically, the theme of the forecast here is be on the lookout for sporadic chances for light snow. But at this point, this week, we do not see anything major in the forecast. Now, I will say there is something that we've been talking about behind the scenes in our weather group. The 14th of December has been a target date for mid-December. We could see a bigger, quote unquote, bigger system, maybe middle of December, maybe around that 14th of December time frame, as you can see there. And there's what we're looking at, maybe the 15th of December. There could be a system, but again, that's a long ways out. That's 2 weeks out. Can't really forecast anything that far out. Take it with a very much of a grain of salt. And so now let's take a look at temperatures. And the theme of this forecast is cold winter Arctic air coming through our region throughout this week. And as we play this out for you again today, temperatures kind of right around 20. That's kind of where we're at for most of us. A little bit warmer out west, as I said before. There's 30s out west. But then you notice this cold Arctic air from the north creeping into our area. As you can see here, overnight lows tonight into tomorrow morning. Single digits across eastern South Dakota, western Minnesota, northwest Iowa. Around 5 degrees in Sioux Falls. That is very, very cold. 0 degrees up here near Sisseton. And then for your day tomorrow, teens and 20s in the east, 30s in the west. Another cold day. And then on Wednesday, how about some of these temperatures? Arctic air comes back into our area, and as a result, we got single digits and teens across our region. Single digits up north and teens and low 20s in the south. And then, how about this? For your overnight temperatures, Wednesday night into Thursday morning, look at some of these numbers. -10 in Sioux Falls, -6 in Aberdeen, -10s out here in Minnesota. Those are overnight lows, morning temperatures. And then for your day on Thursday, single digits and teens in the east, 20s and 30s out in the west. And then on Friday, 20s and 30s across our region. We might get a slight warm-up on Friday. Still below average temperatures, though, for this time of the year. And then Saturday, single digits and teens up north, 20s and 30s south. And then on Sunday, closing out your weekend, we got temperatures in the teens mainly for a lot of us here. Single digits up in Minnesota, 20s in the west. And then how about Monday? Well, we're looking at a week out from today. Temperatures mainly in the 20s in the east, 30s and 40s in the west. So you notice a trend here. It's most of these days we're looking at colder temperatures in the east because that is where we have the snowpack. That is where all of the snow is falling in the eastern areas, Minnesota, eastern South Dakota, into Iowa. But west of that, you go out west and you go out, to Nebraska and western South Dakota, and there's really not any snow. In fact, let me go ahead and pull this up here. Total snow depth here. And this is what we're looking at. This is currently what we're looking at for snow depth. And this is the snowpack right now that is over us. And as you can see, there really is no snow out. I mean, there's little to no snow even out towards Pierre and western South Dakota and then into Nebraska, central and western Nebraska. There really is hardly any snow out here. And it's all in the eastern areas here, all in Minnesota, eastern South Dakota, North Dakota, Iowa. That's where that snowpack is. Now, if we play this out here, we're really not going to lose much of this snowpack because we're not going to see any warm-ups. We're just in that time of the year now. We're in December. Hard to believe, right, that we're officially now in December. But we're in the time of the year now where we're not going to see much in the way of clearing. I mean, this is a week out from today, and the snowpack looks basically the same. We have the snow that's going to remain across our region, but then you go out west and the snow is going to melt. I mean, any snow that is out here is going to be gone by next week. So taking a look there, I thought that was an interesting map. I didn't show that this morning. Now, looking at the snowfall projections, how about this map? This is for the next week, and we'll start off here through Wednesday. And as you can see, through Wednesday, not seeing a whole lot of snow there, mainly across southern Iowa, far southeastern Nebraska, and then into the Black Hills area. Could see a 1 to 3 inch mark there of snow. And then once we get towards Friday into Saturday, there could be, again, a pocket here in Iowa of 1 to 3 inches, 1 to 4 inches in Iowa, maybe 1 to 2 inches in Minnesota and South Dakota. Sioux Falls maybe around that 1 to 2 inch range as well between now and next Monday. But that is the latest thinking here on the snow. So overall, over the next week, not seeing a whole lot of snow in this forecast, not seeing a whole lot of precip in general. But again, there could be some spotty snow here and there that could cause, maybe an inch or two in some spots. But overall, we're not seeing any big-time systems like we saw last week. Last week we saw 2 of them. This week we're not seeing any of that. We're seeing, very sporadic, small areas of snow, and in that 1 to 2 inch range throughout the entire week. Now, here's another map that I wanted to show you guys. This is a look at your wind chill map over the next few days. Today, wind chill's not super cold. I mean, we're still going to be cold, but not seeing any of that Arctic air. Now, tonight, look at that. We're already seeing temperatures below 0 for wind chills. This is wind chill of -10 up in Aberdeen, northeastern South Dakota. -2 wind chill in Sioux Falls, still really cold. So brace for that. And then tomorrow night into Wednesday, look at some of these wind chills dropping into below 0 again. Negative single digits and negative teens there. And then how about Thursday? Look at some of these numbers. We saw -20s. Look at that, -20s for wind chills. Sioux Falls included in that, -20 Sioux Falls, -23 in Brookings and Minnesota, Iowa, -20s for wind chills on Thursday morning. So I wanted to mention that. Brace for that on Thursday morning. And after that, that might be the coldest that we see. We could see a little bit more of a wind chill this weekend, but it's just kind of a taste of what's to come. Usually January, February, this is the kind of stuff we get in January and February, not early December. Okay, so wrapping this video up with your 10-day forecast. This is the most updated graphic that we have for you guys. This is produced by Braden. So thank you to Braden, our team member, for making these for us. Today and tomorrow we got temperatures in the 20s, overnight lows in the teens, and then Wednesday will be the coldest day, it looks like, of the week. Temperatures falling, those really cold wind chills Wednesday night into Thursday morning. bracing for that. Mix of clouds and sun, temperatures in the 20s on Thursday. And then we'll bump a little bit on Friday, low 30s there with clouds. And then for your weekend, falling once again in temperatures down into the 20s on Saturday and then the teens on Sunday. And then next week into the low 30s. Looks like we'll rebound a little bit. And we'll get more towards normal for this time of the year with overnight lows in the 20s, daytime highs in the mid-30s. Not seeing a whole lot of moisture in this forecast. Again, we can't really pick a day right now. Maybe this weekend near Friday, Saturday time frame could see a few snowflakes, but not seeing a whole lot of moisture in this forecast. For the Aberdeen area, maybe a chance of snowflakes tomorrow. Temperatures near freezing. And then overnight lows dropping below zero again, as you can see there on Wednesday. Daytime highs right around 10. I think we could be even colder than that. I mean, I think that's the highest. That's the ceiling. I think we could be in the single digits on Wednesday in Aberdeen. And then we'll rebound a little bit into the 20s on Thursday and Friday, mix of clouds and sun. And then for your weekend, falling once again into the teens, overnight lows near zero. And then next week, we'll rebound slightly into the upper 20s to low 30s. Mix of clouds and sun, not seeing a whole lot of moisture at all in this forecast. And then for the Pierre area, slightly warmer, still cold though. Maybe a chance for light rain tomorrow. Otherwise, dropping back in temperatures on Wednesday. Overnight lows in the single digits. And then we'll warm up slightly Thursday and Friday into the 30s. Overnight lows in the 20s. And then for your weekend, falling again in temperatures into the 20s. Overnight lows in the teens. And then next week could rebound back into the 40s by the end of that 10-day. For the Rapid City area, similar forecast, but warmer. You notice a trend as you go farther to the west, it gets warmer as we have less and less snow. 30s and 40s mainly across this forecast, although Wednesday looks like a cool down into the low 20s for Rapid City. Then we'll rebound overnight lows in the 20s and 30s, and we could see a slight chance for some flurries on Saturday, and then warming back up into the 40s and 50s next week. And overnight lows in the 20s and 30s. So this was sponsored by Black Venom Outdoors and the Gatekeeper Security and Fence. So thank you to those guys out there. So thank you guys for tuning in this afternoon for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a comment down below and give this video a like. Let us know your thoughts and subscribe to our channel. And also be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. That is where we post on Instagram and we go live on TikTok as well now. Also, be sure to follow us on Facebook and X. That is where we are most active on our social media. So, thank you guys for tuning in this afternoon.